Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Kashif Kamran. Now today I'm discussing with you all that how you should be approaching your preparation for the AAA March 24 exams, which are just inside 30 days away now. Now, this time the AAA March 24 exam is not taking on the usual Monday, the 4th of March. Rather, it's taking place on Thursday, the 7th of March. So that gives you a bit of more space to spend time on your exam preparation. Let's see how you should be planning your exam approach for the March exams. Now, first of all, before I tell you what should be the ideal study strategy and how you should be going down, putting that in place, I would like all of you to do your self-analysis today and see where you are standing in terms of your AAA March 24 exam preparation. Now, each one of you are unique in terms of your characteristics because there could be some students who are repeating the paper, who flunked in the December 23 exams, who are doing a self-study, students who are enrolled under a college, under a tutor. So there could be variety of students. Now, in all that context, there might be students who are doing jobs or perhaps students who are full-time students. So each one of you needs to carry out your analysis that where am I standing today? And then see what is left. What are gaps you need to fill up by ideally like 4th or 5th of March, because 7th of March you have your paper. So what sort of things are remaining? What still needs to be done? And how would you fill in those gaps? How would you devise a strategy from now till like the 4th or 5th of March in terms of filling those gaps which are still remaining? So you need to carry out that analysis that where am I today? And I need to reach to a certain point and a certain target by the 4th and 5th of March, 2 days before my exams. And how would I be making a strategy to ensure that I cover each and every crucial aspect and I'm fully ready to take on my AAA March 24 exams? So please carry out that. Now, in terms of my perspective, how you should be approaching these 30 days ahead of your March 24 exams, there are two very important things to that. Number one is the technical grasp, and number two is the exam rigor. Now, both of them are equally important in terms of how you devise a strategy for the next 30 days. I would be spending time on each one of them, number one and number two, in my presentation today. But just to give you an overview, in terms of your technical grasp, holding the syllabus, knowing what is included in the AAA syllabus, have you covered each and every aspect of the syllabus is very, very important, not missing out anything. There are three things under technical grasp, which I would be sharing emphasis on shortly. Number one is your self notes and tutor notes. Number two is reading through the technical articles. And number three is the focus on the new article. In terms of the exam rigor, there are three things again. Number one, practice recent papers. Number two, read a couple of examiner reports. And number three, do ACCA March 24 mock. Let's go one by one in each of the element, starting first with the technical grasp and then exam rigor. Now, in terms of the technical grasp, the number one, first of all, evaluate what sort of a student you are. You are enrolled under a tutor, under a college. You must be having the tutor notes or a college notes on that particular subject, AAA. That could become a way of revising the technical content. If you are a self-study student, you must be developing your own notes, either reading through the ACCA Study Hub or through the BPP Kaplan books, and you're preparing some sort of your notes, which would then become a launching pad for your revision or taking on the technical grasp. You are a repeating student. You already have your notes when you were appearing for December 23 exams. So you need to polish on them, just need to revise the core syllabus areas of AAA, ensuring you're very sound on the particular core areas which makes the 100 marks paper. So any sort of short notes, any sort of tutor notes, your self notes, which can really give you a quick rewind of or a quick holistic overview of the entire syllabus and the strongholds of the AAA, like ethics and risk, or the other assignments or evidence, and you're very strong on those technical areas, and even revising the accounting standards, which is very, very important, because accounting standard plays a very crucial part in a question on risk or in a question on evidence and reporting. So you should know the accounting treatments, you should know how to comment on the accounting treatments, plays a crucial part in your success. So revising your accounting treatments is very, very important. And what sort of summaries have you prepared on accounting treatments, or what is the source from where you are revising the accounting treatment really matters. Now, once you have taken that sort of a technical grasp, the more important technical grasp where I need to focus on today is the technical articles. And I've been very vocal on the reinforcement of the technical articles. And every time I interact with my students, whether it is my regular classes or my social media interaction for the AAA students, I do emphasize on the importance of technical articles in your success. Now, on the website where the AAA technical articles are available, and the good thing is they're divided into the syllabus area, so you know, okay, which article relates with which syllabus area. There are 33 technical articles, which includes the recent one, which was just published in February 2024, and I'll be coming to that. Now, of those 33 articles, if anyone has covered all the 33, or you aim to cover all the 33, it has no substitute. So ideally, it should be all 33. Ideally, it should be that by now, when exams are like 30 days away, you must have done 50% of them. And you think about completing the remaining 50% inside the 30 days. Or even if you start to read them now, you still have a good enough time to do 33. So 33 inside 30 days is not a bad number. So that is the first priority. But if you say, no, I cannot do 33 because I have some limitations, I'm doing job, I have 2 papers to do in March, so I'm very much burdened, kindly tell me which one to focus on, which are more important ones. So I'll be coming to that list of the few of those 33 which are important. But important thing for all of you is the new article, right? And the emphasis on the new article is very, very important, which is right here. SSA 5000 under the syllabus area F is extremely important. We know the International Standards on Sustainability Assurance 5000 exposure draft has been published just in the first 7 days of the February 2024 under the syllabus area F. The good thing is I have done a lecture on that for the guidance of my students who are registered with me under the practice pack of AAA or under my full course. So you can also benefit from them if you want just to enroll for a quick practice pack, which is not that costly and can give you a good, great revision for your AAA March 24 exams. So that particular ISSA 5000 under the syllabus area F is important. Irrespective if you want to enroll under a course or not, you need to study that. You need to download it and need to read through it, because that is extremely important. And every time a new article emerges before the upcoming exam sitting, the potential of that coming into the exam paper for 8 to 10 marks, even in terms of knowledge or even in terms of a case scenario, becomes extremely important. So don't miss that out. Now, in that 33, one is the new article. So that means that is must to read. Now, of the remaining, which are important ones? Let's emphasize on that. Now, in those 33 articles, one is the new article ISSA 5000, which is must. So let's see then what to focus on. To me, there are 15 of them which are important, which you should focus on, and the 15 includes the new one, right? So let's see a list of that. First of all, there are some exam technique articles, which ACCA has published. And these are extremely important articles because they give you they give you the way you should write an answer in the core areas of AAA. Now, even before I come to that, when you are reading the article, the good thing I like about the technical articles which the AAA examining team has published is that in each article, they give you an exam focus. They tell you how this topic can develop into exam, or how this topic has already been coming in the past paper, or how this topic can be tested in the future exams. Now, that sort of an exam practice really gives you a very good connection between what you are learning from the technical side and how that could come into my exam paper. So that gives you a really good connection or a bridge between your technical grasp and your exam rigor. So that is something which I think is the most valuable thing you're learning from each and every technical article. Exam technique articles, there are 4 of them on the website currently. Read the exam technique articles, currently 4, 1 under syllabus area B for ethics. You know how important ethics is in your 100 marks paper. Examiner asking you to evaluate the ethical issues and then recommending actions. 3 under the syllabus area D, and you know the syllabus area D is utmost important. When you open the question number 1, the question number 1 is on the stage of planning, and the most important marks in the question number 1 is on risk. So examining team has written an article on how would you approach a section A question, the big 50 marks. How would you write a good business risk answer? And how would you write a good audit risk answer, including the risk of material misstatement? So these are core areas. If I'm good in writing an ethics answer with actions, I'm good in writing a business risk answer, I'm good in writing an audit risk or a risk of material misstatement answer, or I know how to approach the 50 marks question, see how much confidence am I gaining towards my success in the upcoming exam. Now, these 4 exam techniques article I've already mentioned are under syllabus area B for ethics and 3 under syllabus area D for risk. You can explore them on these hyperlinks as well. The ethics exam technique article, approaching section A question, then a business risk exam technique question, and then an audit risk and a ROM exam technique questions. Wonderful articles, really tell you how to develop an answer for risk, how much to write to gain those marks. Now, 4 exam techniques article. So I recommended 15. So that means we are left with more 11 articles. Let's see, where are those 11 articles? Important technical articles where you get knowledge, you get exam focus. These are not exam techniques articles, these are technical grasp. They tell you how to control a topic, how to have command on a topic, then adapt your knowledge according to the exam circumstances. Read important knowledge-based articles. All these articles are on the ACCA webpage for AAA, and you can look at the hyperlink. You can easily browse them on the Google as well. Syllabus area A, 1 article, read laws and regulations. Laws and regulations is an important area. We know at times examiner asks for what is the auditor responsibility for laws and regulation and what is the management responsibility for laws and regulation. And primarily what sort of an action the auditor should take when the auditor identifies an instance of a non-compliance with laws and regulations. In terms of syllabus area B, reading, massaging the figures. It's important because we know you should know what are auditor responsibility for fraud, what are management responsibility for fraud, how should the auditor approach the audit with the mindset that the financial statements could be materially misstated. In the syllabus area B, I've already recommended 1 exam technique article on the previous slide, which was about how to write a good ethics answer. Then in the syllabus area C, read ISQM 1 and 2. So there are 2 articles exploring the ISQM 1 and 2, including the revised ISA 220. So reading those 2 articles is important. We know since the quality management standards were put into the SBL syllabus, into the AAA syllabus, superseding the quality control areas. They are being regularly examined since September 2022 exams. So please ensure you're sound on quality management. You know the knowledge stuff from quality management. You know the exam focus given by the examining team under the quality management 1 and 2 articles. Under the syllabus area D, apart from the exam technique articles, which I have recommended you, the 3 earlier, reading the group audit article, which is the revised ISA 600, That is extremely important. Knowing the group auditor responsibility, knowing the component auditor responsibility in terms of having a liaison with the group auditor, knowing what sort of responsibility does a group auditor have, what is the definition of a significant component, what a group auditor do for a significant component, and then an article on auditing disclosures in financial statement. How would you verify, how would you gather sufficient appropriate audit evidence on disclosures in financial statement is another important area. Under syllabus area E, the reporting side, we know that's a regular feature of section B question. One of the section B question has to be on reporting. Having a sound knowledge on going concern, having a sound knowledge on matters which may cast doubt on the going concern status of the company. What sort of reporting implication arise from going concern, like when you add a paragraph on material uncertainty relating to going concern, etc. An audit report to those charged with governance. What sort of matters you communicate to TCWG under the ISA 260 and 265, what sort of communication you do with TCWG, because a couple of questions on such a topic has come in recent past papers. Then in the syllabus area F, the new article, the ISSA 5000 ED, that is a must. But beside that, because the ISSA 5000 exposure draft is an article, is an area which covers the previous two articles, which is right here. Read Assurance on Social, Environmental, and Sustainability Information, Part 1 and Part 2. Because this particular ISA is covering sustainability side, is covering the social and environmental side. So probably the new article ISSA 5000 ED itself is important, but it is also making the previous two articles, which is Assurance of Social, Environmental, and Sustainability Information, Part 1 and 2, more important. Now, as part of my regular course, as part of students who are in my practice pack course, both of them have the advantage of taking on my lectures on these new articles. I've already done a lecture on ISSA 5000. I've already done lectures on Assurance of Social, Environmental, and Sustainability Information, Part 1 and 2. I've already done a lecture on group audit, the ISA 600 revised requirements. So plenty of that support is there in my course. But again, if you're a self-study student, at least please download them and read through it. So these are total of 15 articles. A couple of them you can see on your screen now, important technical articles, and some of them were covered previously, the 4 of them under the exam technique articles. So in total, there are 15 where you should be spending time on. So that's where the technical grasp would come in from the articles, from the exam technique articles, from the technical articles, from the new articles, and a quick revision from your short notes or tutor notes, which you have for your syllabus, and including the revision of the accounting knowledge. Now, once you've done the technical grasp, you know everything. You know I'm ready. I know the accounting standards. I know the critical areas of ethics, quality management. I know audit risk. I know business risk. I know evidence. I know what sort of matters to communicate to TCWG. I know going concern. I know the other assignments. I know the ISSA 5000 ED. I'm very confident on the syllabus structure for AAA. It's about time to connect that with exam practice, because exam practice is the key to success, not alone the technical knowledge, because we know AAA is not a rote learn paper. AAA is an application paper. So whatever you've learned, whatever you have grasped from the technical side, it's to be relatable to a scenario. You need to adapt yourself according to the scenario to give a good answer. So exam rigor, number 2. Now, in terms of exam rigor, practice builds the exam rigor. And for me as a tutor, it's the quality of practice. It's not the quantity of practice. So I don't like students running after completing. I've done the complete revision kits twice or thrice. I've done the BPP. I've done the Kaplan revision kits. No, that you're running after quantity. Inside 30 days, your focus is to be on the quality, because the quality will give you the rigor. The quality will prepare you for the AAA March 24 exams, not the quantity. And to me, the right exam rigor lies in 12 papers inside 30 days, and doing each one of them in a very proper manner. I'll just tell you what is the proper manner to do these 12 papers. But let's first take a breakup of these 12 papers. Practice exams on the ACCA practice portal. ACCA practice portal, practice platform, sorry. They consist of practice exams, the recent practice exams. 8 of them are there. 8 recent practice exams from December 20 till December 23. 8. So from December 20 to December 23, 8 recent practice exams are there on ACCA practice platform. Then specimen exams, September 22 onwards. So there is a category on the ACCA practice platform, specimen from September 22 onwards. There are 3 specimens under that. So 8 and 3 is 11. And then the final challenge is the mock exam for ACCA March 24 exams, which is to be published and which will be published in the next few days. So that would be 1, making the list to 12. 12. When you are practicing these 12, time management, ensuring you put a timer, ensuring you stop at 195 minutes, see what percentage of paper you manage to complete. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one, seventh one, eighth one. See, is the percentage rising? The percentage of completion of paper, is that rising? But try to stop at 195 minutes. You can complete the rest of the paper after 195, but judge yourself. Where are you reaching by 195 minutes? Because that is what will help you learn the true time management for the March 24 exams. Because a lot of time the student comes into the panic mode in the real exam because they've not done the time bound exercise. If you're not doing a time bound exercise on 12 papers, surely you will struggle in time management on the day of the real exam. You will not be completing the 100% paper. So if you want to go near to 100% paper in the real exam, these 12 papers done properly with time management matters a lot. Now, the second thing, when you're doing these papers, the recent ones, leave aside the mock. When you're doing these papers, 8 recent papers, these one, right? 8. For few of them, like 4, 3 or 4, when you write an answer, you should evaluate your answer with examiner report, because that is the second most important thing you can do gaining exam rigor. And that is connecting me with the next topic. Examiner report is part of exam rigor. 8 past papers, recent past papers on the practice platform. For at least 4 of them, you can read the examiner report. How and how would it benefit you? To me, examiner reports add value. And I've been emphasizing on that, but probably my message has not been disseminated well for last many years. Some of the students have started to follow examiner reports as a very important document, but still for majority of students, this is an underexplored or an unexplored area, and that creates the risk of failure. You're failing AAA because you're not reading examiner reports seriously. To me, this is one top reason. And I will just be telling you in the next 5 minutes how beneficial examiner reports could be for you. First of all, for example, you do the December 23 paper, latest one, and you write the answer. After you write the answer, the next thing is, have I written a good answer? Is my answer good? Fine. If you have an access to tutor, you will email your assignment to the tutor, and the tutor will give you the feedback. Okay, this is your strength and this is your weaknesses. But even if you have access to tutor or you don't have access to tutor, you do the December 23 answer and you write it down. Take a printout of your December 23 answer from the practice platform and keep it with you on the table. Download the December 23 examiner report and start reading December 23 examiner report from question number 1. For question number 1, the examining team will tell you that this is what the student did good. This is what the student did bad. This was the issue in the student answer. This was something positive in the student answer. Then they will give you a piece of advice in every question that this is what the student should do to improve their chances of success for the future exams. 3 things. Strong students, what they did, weak students, what they did, and a piece of advice. And you have your question number 1 answer with you. Now, where you think examiner is saying that this was a weakness, this was an issue, the student should not have done this, and you say, oh, this is in my answer. And you take a red pen and you just circle that part of your answer and you say cross. Then there is something the examining team is telling that this is what the stronger student did, and this was something done excellently well. and you see your answer, you say, oh, this is in my answer. You circle that in green and tick. That is a plus. And you keep doing that across your answer. You will get a lot of red circles, you will get a lot of green circles, you will get a lot of plus, you will get a lot of minus. And that would, at the end of the day, you will see, okay, this is my question number one. Okay, these are the red circles, these are the green circles. Okay, this is an area which I've done good. This is an area where I need to improve upon. And wherever the examining team tells this is done wrong, they will also tell you how this could be rectified for the future exams. So you will learn from that piece of advice. Now, question one of the December 23 exam, you've done that red analysis and green analysis. You've learned from a piece of advice and how you can improve upon the next question one. You go in the inverse order and you take on like the September 23 or the June 23, whichever is the next question available on the portal practice platform. You do the question number one. Then you do the examiner report. See, have you improved upon your answer in light of the examiner suggestions in the December 23 report? You will see a remarkable improvement. The third question one you do of like the March 23 paper or December 22 paper, the fourth question one you do, you will start to see a remarkable improvement in your answers to question number one. And the same way, you're doing it for the question number two and the question number three, because you're solving the full paper. And you're doing that red and green circling for the question number one, two, and three, and you're learning. Keep taking notes that this is what the examiner criticized, this is what the examiner appreciated, this is what the examiner advised. If you read 4 good examiner reports in line with your paper, evaluating your paper and learning from it and reading the examiner reports and making short notes for 4 examiner reports, the 4 recent examiner reports, you will see a remarkable add of value. You will see a remarkable improvement in the 5th answer you are writing. And that way, you enter the AAA March 24 exams. You know, these are do's, I have to do it. These are don'ts, I don't have to do it. And this is what the examiner advised. You will have the advice of the examiner at the back of your mind. So honestly, when a student asks me why I keep failing the AAA exams, I keep telling the student, you are not exploring examiner report in the way they should be explored, or you are not making use of the examiner report in a very productive manner. And that is one of the prime reason why you're failing in the AAA exams. So a couple of recent examiner reports, I've recommended you 4 recent, but I've also told you how to connect those reports. It's not just like reading the report, it's about connecting the report with an answer. So answer should be written first, report should be read second, then connecting the report with your answer, trying to find the problems, trying to find the strengths, trying to find the weakness, trying to find the word of advice. So doing the S and W analysis, that will help you a lot. Self-evaluate your answer considering examiner report. I've just mentioned that. And then there are three key things you can learn from the examiner reports. I've just mentioned that. What stronger students do, that is green. What weaker students do, that is red. And then advice and suggestion of the examiner, as in like that is blue. What you can do to improve upon. If you do that red, green, blue analysis, you are preparing yourself in an excellent manner in terms of an exam rigor. Running after quantity, one doing papers from 2010, 2008 to 2023, completing the BPP kit, completing the Kaplan kit. You are very happy you've done loads of questions. But have you done quality practice with exam reports, with connection of examiner report? Have you learned from examiner report? That is missing. So eventually what will happen? You will fail. So it's quality, it's not quantity. That matters the most. So I hope you will get down to this unexplored area and underexplored area if my message gets through to all of you. And finally, once you have learned from like 8 past papers on the practice platform, out of 4, you have read through the examiner report, you have improved upon your answer, now you're ready for the final challenge, your AAA March 24 mock. 195 minutes, replicating the exam environment, sitting at a space in your home which can replicate the exam environment, 195 minutes, and you're not being bothered by anything. You're sitting down, you're doing it like your real exam, keeping at the back of the mind stronger students, weaker students, word of advice, and then looking at this mock exam as a real challenge, doing it 195 minutes, stop. See where you reached, 80, 85, 90. So I hope with all such tips and techniques, you will improve upon your prospects of passing the AAA March 24 exams. You can send your answers for review and feedback. If you're connected with me, you know I keep checking your papers and doing your S&W analysis. But if you don't have access to a tutor, at least you can do your self-analysis from the examiner reports. So I hope the word of advice I've given you for the technical grasp and word of advice I've given you for the exam rigor, with the focus on the recent papers, with the focus on examiner reports, would help you a lot. And again, the new article, the ISSA 5000 ED. So I hope these tips, these techniques, these valuable advices would be beneficial to all of you. I wish you all the very best of luck for your upcoming exams. Your tutor, Kashif Kamran, signing off from this exam study strategy approach for March 24 exams for AAA.